Dale, thank you for joining me for this conversation that we call Volunteer Voices. I love hearing from people like you who are out volunteering in the community. So thanks for taking the time to chat.
Sure, you bet.
So I reached out to Habitat for Humanity and I asked them about people who've been using Share Omaha to connect to ways to volunteer. If anybody stands out as a shining volunteer, and they said you. So you first reached out, I think in 2022. What happened after connecting with Habitat through the website?
Well, basically, I had volunteered for Habitat before, for obviously the pandemic and COVID and all that kind of stuff. And so hadn't been doing anything during that time. And so I was just looking to get connected back with doing volunteering. I just retired. And so just looking for all sorts of any opportunities out there really to get back involved. And so found their website through you guys. And then basically, I've been working out there now pretty much on a weekly basis. I go out there every Tuesday and work with a lot of the same guys. Made some good friends out there, learned a lot of new things. And yeah, it's been very, very enjoyable.
I did not know you were part of that Tuesday crew. I've heard legendary things about the group that comes every Tuesday. Tell me about that. What's that like?
Well, like I said, it's nice. We've had people come and go over the last couple of years here, but yeah, a lot of it's a group of regulars, so we know each other pretty well. And so yeah, it's been good, fun getting to know them, learning new things with them, and just being able to put the houses up with
Yeah.
them.
So, what sort of things do you do when you volunteer for Habitat?
Right now, we're basically mostly framing. So we basically put up the walls, the floors, pretty much get ready for all the interior work to be done by the next group of people. And so, yeah, it's a lot of, like I said, building the walls, building the floors, putting up the roofs for the roofers to actually we don't put any of the shingles on or anything ourselves, but we do actually put the trusses up for them to build the roofs. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Did you have a lot of these skills before you started volunteering with Habitat?
Some of them, like I said, I had done some other volunteering before, and I've done some things around my house. I guess a little bit of odds and ends like that. So yeah, I had some experience with using some of the tools, but I've definitely learned a lot since I've been doing it, and have been able to put some of those skills to use in other places. So that's been great as well.
You know, one thing I learned while I've been with Share that I didn't know before this was that the families also put in a large amount of hours into the houses that they're going to be moving into. Have you ever built alongside the families that are going to own the home?
Not so much now that I've been doing the framing, but before when we were doing some of the drywalling and the painting on the inside of the houses, those are some of the things that we would do with some of the owners. Obviously, they were able to do some of those things easier than doing some of the more skilled activities, I would say. So yes, definitely have worked with some of those people before. So that was good.
Do you have a favorite memory from your volunteering with Habitat?
I was trying to think about that one, and I don't know if it's a favorite single memory, but I guess one of the things that I really appreciate about it, like I said, is once I've learned how to do something, somebody showing me how to do it, being able to do that thing again by myself. And so, being able to apply that skill or that knowledge on my own and complete a task by myself. So that's been very rewarding, I would say, from a memory perspective.
And I have a feeling you're passing on that as well, teaching others who come to the crew next how to
Yes.
do what
Yep.
you learned from the person before you.
Exactly. Yep. Definitely try and share that information so they can do it as well. So.
That's incredible. So you're showing up for every week, giving your time, giving your energy. It's not an easy job, and not getting paid. What keeps you what keeps you coming back?
Uh, Well, like I said, it's just enjoyable. It's fun. I really enjoy being outside. Worked for a number of years inside, and so most of the volunteer things that I do now are more outside type things because I've always been looking forward to being in out in the nature and being outside as opposed to sitting at a desk and doing those kind of things. So, and plus doing things more physically, with your hands and doing that kind of stuff. So that's been very good.
What would you tell other people who maybe are looking for their right fit for volunteerism? What would you tell them as they get out and are searching?
I would say there are a lot of opportunities out there. I work for or volunteer, I should say, volunteer for at least three or four different organizations, and having a good time doing all those, had very good experiences. And so I would say yes, if you try something and you don't like it, look for something else because there are just tons of opportunities. Some, like you said, maybe more physically demanding than others, but
Yeah.
others aren't so much. And so, if you want to or can only do things that are restricted in a certain way, then yeah, certainly keep looking for those because there's, like I said, plenty out there.